Oh, you're live.
Good evening.
Just there we go.
Good evening, one and all.
Hello, everybody. I'm Paul.
I'm Jason.
And together we are
Those Vegan Guys.
We're just waiting for the laptop to sync up with us. And here we are.
Slightly different setup this evening because we've got the phone facing us using the proper camera on the back.
Yeah, like, you know, the main camera rather than the front-facing selfie camera. So our only view of us is here on the screen to make sure we look...
It does look better.
It does look better. It's definitely a clearer picture. So hello, Michael. Hello, Angie. Hello, Hedge. Hello, Denise. Hello, Magenta. Hello, Kelly. Hello, Nikki. Hello, Buid. I think I've said that right. Produce Not Pills. Hello. Hello.
Hello all. Thank you for joining us on our first kind of proper live of 2020.
Yeah, and we said we were going to do at least one a week for January, so that if anybody that happens to be following our channel because of Veganuary, and they have any questions, they could come along and ask us, of course, and of course just for a weekly chat with all you our buddies.
More people.
Hello, Fat Angry Vegan. Hello,
Hey.
Elphorus.
Elierus.
Hello, Tom. Hi, Graven. Hi, Caroline. Hi, Lelfar. And hi, T-Bell.
Thank you for joining us, as always.
I know that many of you, if not most of you, will have already seen the earlier video that I posted up today. Jason edited for me. The managed to pick safe going to what they call a vigil.
Bearing witness. Yes.
And those of you that haven't seen it, after this video, do pop along and have a look at that. It was a thing I said I would never go to because I didn't think I would be emotionally be able to handle it. But I kind of put myself on the back burner. Kind of.
Yeah, I get you.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, right, well, I'm not here for me. I'm here to document something that's really important that some people might want to check out and not know how they go. And so it's important for me to document it and to talk to the people that go regularly about why they go. And I'm really glad I went now, and it won't be the last one I go to. So...
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Produce Not Pills, and we don't really have a streaming schedule at the moment for live streams, but as Paul said before, we're definitely going to be doing one a week. Likelihood is...
At least throughout January. But probably beyond, because we usually at least have one live chat a week with you guys.
We try, don't we?
Well, it's a great way of staying connected live, isn't it? And actually having the chat.
I would say, I can't say 100% of the time, but I'd like to say that most lives would be on a Friday or a Saturday.
Yeah.
I think that's fair to say, isn't it?
Yeah. But it's Thursday today just because, you know, Jason's still off work, so we don't have to, because normally he would be teaching on a Thursday. And of course, you've got me and my daily vlogs now. So yesterday's live vlog was my yesterday's vlog, and the pig save today was today's vlog. But very soon I shall be back into my sitting in the kitchen with a cup of coffee, having a right gripe. Or maybe not. Maybe I'll be sharing really positive things. We've started doing press-ups, haven't we?
Yes, a very gentle start to Red January, which is a big, some of you may be aware, is a big national campaign. In fact, I think it's a global movement. I don't think it's national because I think it started in Australia. But yeah, very, very steady, gradual and realistic start to Red January. So some press-ups yesterday and today, and we'll be upping that throughout the month and getting back into shape after a few weeks of chilling.
Helen can't stay long. Well, I'm glad you've popped by for a minute, Helen.
Yes, definitely.
Good to see you.
And Angie, yes, Angie says she hasn't done any full-on activism for quite a while. And that's just it. We've talked about this before. There's so many different types of activism. But bearing witness, actually, Paul doing this morning with with Danny and the rest of the group from Manchester Pig Save was actually kind of opened my eyes a little bit to it, and I think I've been quite protective of myself, and I think they've both shown me that it's probably something that I should go along to. I don't think it's something that I could do on a regular basis, but I think I would like to go and bear witness to the wonderful pigs. Yeah, definitely. I think it's something that I'm going to do in the future. Yeah, in the not too distant future.
Yeah, it'd be good actually, because one of us could operate the camera while the other, you know.
Yes.
And so
Yeah.
it would be a lot more, because it was just me kind of holding the camera.
You did a good job though.
I know, well.
Under very difficult circumstances.
I was trying to make sure that it was documented.
Yeah.
That's why I was there. I was there to document it. Anyway, does anybody have any Veganuary related questions? And has anybody had their last plate yet? By plate, I mean a load of little baked things like, you know, the Indian party bits and the Chinese party bits and the mini sausage rolls and a sandwich. The plates that we've shared on our social media, we've had what may be our last one tonight, our last big.
Yeah, no, I think it will be, won't it?
Yeah,
and it kind of needs to be.
We'll have sandwiches and picky bits for the next week or so, because I'm not one of those who's like, right, Christmas is over, throw it all away. I'm like, no,
that'd be rude.
We will eat it, thank you.
Yeah, definitely. Denise says, I normally shy away from those videos, but had to watch. So sad to see the fear in those babies' eyes.
It was, yeah,
definitely. Have we missed anyone else that's joined us? We've got quite a few.
Leanne,
44 watching. Give us a like.
Leanne, Lorraine, Charlotte, Laurie, I think and John are the only ones I haven't said hello to.
Welcome, one and all. Yeah.
If I've missed anyone off, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, John, it is. It's a tough one. It is, but I think it was done the best way it could be for it to be as accessible for as many people as possible.
Leanne, I wonder, Leanne's just saying, I'm sure you can all read, that she went to Tesco's today, was a bit disappointed. I'm wondering whether it's going to take a week or so for them to kind of circulate stock. We were saying this today, like, is it worth us doing shopping vlogs in this very first week? Or will the supermarkets need time to get their stock, you know, circulated back so they get the normal stuff in and get rid of the Christmas stuff?
Good point.
And that might be the case.
I suspect it probably will. Stock rotation, stuff being reduced.
Yeah.
It's standard with most supermarkets.
Lalfair says, any thoughts on Aquafaba? Yeah, it's amazing stuff and I haven't used it nearly enough yet. But apparently you can make mayonnaise with it, you can make whipping cream with it. I've done meringue with it and that worked out. Well, it worked out when I did it right with caster sugar instead of icing sugar. First time I did it, I mixed it with icing sugar. I swear to God, I thought there was ectoplasm in the oven.
It was amazing.
It just started going.
You're fibbing there. It didn't make that noise.
It didn't make a noise, no, I mean, because it's no voice box, but
if it had,
it did get big.
Thank you, Angie. Angie says she shared our link on the Vegan Fitness Pal group.
Nice one, Angie. Thank you, love.
Our Asda, Denise, our Asda was out of the usual. Yeah, same situation, I think, with a lot of supermarkets. I think Charlotte's just asked a question. I was going to ask if you could do a video on the same products from different stores, places, and reviewing them via taste, texture, price, etc., i.e. vegan butter from different stores for Veganuary.
Well, here's the thing, Charlotte.
Comparison.
Yeah, I mean, it's when it comes to vegan butter, there's only one. Naturally.
Butter, yeah. Butter, yeah.
And the rest of the vegan spreads that we would use would be Flora, and they're available in all supermarkets, so there's no kind of comparison to make.
No, but
is there?
What I would,
that's the same with a lot of vegan products, like the Linda McCartney sausages, for example. I think most people know what they taste like, and they're sold in most supermarkets. But if ever we do buy anything that's supermarket specific, 9 times out of 10 we do a taste test. Don't forget our existing playlists. If you can go to our channel and search, use the search at the top to find anything specific, like if you wanted to know about Aldi, type in Aldi, anything we've ever done that relates even remotely to Aldi, where it's in the title or the description, will come up. So we've got shopping vlogs, taste tests and recipe videos with Aldi products.
We have.
Same with Sainsbury's, same with Tesco's. So it's always worth checking out the actual existing stuff on the channel. What we will be doing though is doing well, not necessarily buying stuff even. Like we won't necessarily be buying all the stuff we feature.
No, because that'd just be silly.
And we just can't afford
Yeah.
to. But we will be going round the supermarkets and making sure that everyone gets a good view of what's available throughout January as soon as they do that stock circulation.
Yeah, and just kind of picking up on what Charlotte mentioned and what Paul just mentioned, if you can be bothered, and we don't always do it, but we do sometimes. Sometimes there are offers on. So like Kelly's just mentioned about Morrison's are doing a deal on the Flora at the moment. It might be that Morrison's have got a deal on Flora and it's £2 for the next week or something. But then miraculously that deal then transfers to Tesco or Sainsbury's. So you can do a quick internet search and find out what offers are on at what supermarkets and be a bit savvy as a shopper if you want to try and keep the costs down. And I think that's a really smart idea if you're lucky enough to be able to easily access multiple supermarkets, and I know that's not easy for everybody. So
Laura's asking, hi, did you experience any side effects when you went vegan? Yesterday she went to bed with a headache, felt a bit rough actually. She's not giving up though, just assuming it's part of the transition.
Yes.
I mean, you do have to make sure that you're eating a balanced diet. If you're just eating replacements, for example, and not a good amount of vegetables or fruits or salads, or all three, even better. But it's like withdrawal, I think, as well. Our bodies go through withdrawal when we stop eating certain things that our bodies are completely used to. Even though it's better for us, they will still kind of niggle us, and you'll get slight withdrawal symptoms. So yeah, keep at it and make sure that you're getting the right nutrients.
Yeah.
When it comes to nutrition, the best people to follow are there's three actually. There's Gorgy Man, Thimnant Nutrition, and Hench Herbivore.
All brilliant, brilliant channels, brilliant people, absolutely. You know when we went on holiday, when we took Margarine with us, was it Flora? Or was it a different one? Because we froze it, didn't we? And then took it with us.
No, it wouldn't have been Flora. It would have been, what were we on before Flora went vegan?
It's gone. It's gone completely out of my head. No, somebody mentioned before about Flora. It's a shame that Flora's not. Angie says, shame Flora can't be frozen. Our local had some for 59p the other day.
Wow. Can it not be frozen? Is that definite?
Because we have frozen margarine before and took it on holiday with us. Oh, there we go. We're back. Might have been a tiny little momentary glitch then.
Yeah, we. I can't remember what it was we used to have. Isn't that ridiculous that we suddenly can't remember?
That's going to bug me, that now. That's going to bug me. Anyway.
Whatever it was, it froze.
It froze fine, didn't it? Yeah. Maybe it'll come to us.
What we did was we froze our margarine. This was to take on holiday. We froze it in a little Tupperware, click top one. Froze it and then packed it the morning we were flying. So that by the time we got there, it was defrosted and perfect.
Hedge says it can be, but apparently on the packet it says not suitable for freezing. Yeah, you got to. I say trial and error. We've definitely took frozen margarine on holiday with us before. I suspect they're all probably the same, and it was absolutely fine. So yeah, Charlotte, yeah, you've got to be savvy, especially if you're on a budget. I don't believe these people who say it's just too expensive to be vegan. But if you're on a budget, you do have to be smart about it, and you do. And Aldi, prime example, there might be a cost saving of like 20-30 pence per sort of set of vegetables that you get, or salads or whatever. 19p at Aldi versus like 39-49p at Sainsbury's or Tesco's sometimes. So yeah, good shout on that one.
Oh, supplements. Somebody asked me about this the other day, so thank you.
Limby.
Thanks, Limby. Really good call. Yes, we do. We do. Just to be on the safe side.
Yeah, it's more of a backup, to be honest, than anything else.
Just to be on the safe side, we take the complete B vitamin. I'm gonna have to wait and see now that I've got this in the right place for the camera to see it. I have, thank goodness. So we take this. This is from Holland and Barrett, and it's clearly marked as suitable for vegans. And we also take the classic vegan multivitamin and mineral every morning as well. Now these are just safeguards, really, because we do eat a really good balanced diet, don't we?
Yeah, for the most part.
I mean, we haven't over Christmas. We've stuffed us faces with pastries and mini Indian things and mini Chinese things, and we bought all the party foods like everyone else did.
But there's been quite a lot of salad and veg in the mix as well.
Yeah, there's been some salad and veg, but usually, and particularly this year now, we're going to be moving much more towards lots of rainbow colours on our plate. I must make that. I saw a lady tonight, plant-based kitchen.
Oh yeah. I think it's plant-based kitchen. She was fabulous.
She made a dressing out of hemp seeds. You know, the really nutritious ones you can buy in a pack. Out of them and oats and white wine vinegar and just some other little bits and pieces. And I thought, what great, because the omega-3 and omega-6 in hemp seeds, it's 9 of our essential. I think it provides like 30 amino acids, 9 of which are essential.
Yeah.
And you can only get through food, hemp seeds. So to make a dressing, you can just pour over your salad or your veg.
Amazing.
It's amazing. We're going to be doing a lot of stuff like this. We're also going to be picking because Hench Herbivore and the lovely Gemma, his lovely wife, gifted us their recipe book.
We're lucky lads.
Very lucky lads. So I said, hey Hench, can I do one of your recipes on a video? He was like, gosh, Cam, that's why you give it me, I'm not daft. So we're going to do that at some point too. So there's going to be a lot of very nutritious, vitamin and mineral filled, but delicious meals coming up. And who knows, it might get to the point where we're not taking a vegan multivitamin every day because we don't need to.
Yeah.
But we will continue to in interim.
Caroline just made me laugh. She said, I remember some poor girl asking the Charlton Facebook site if she could freeze hummus. Gosh, the abuse she received. Much kinder here. Molsey, do you have an advice on fitting all your videos in to stay up to date whilst also revising for uni exams? Vet student with Jan exams, and I keep falling behind on your vid updates.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
We're sorry, but we can't really be blamed for that.
And I can't stop.
We can't stop.
Last year, when we really upped our vlogging market, and I realised how important it was to me, it became a crutch. And my leg's still bad. I need it.
That's it, isn't it?
So I am going to be doing daily vlogs throughout January. In fact, there will be some days where there are 2 vlogs, because there'll be my vlog. Whether I do a live one or an edited one, and then there will be our either shopping or recipe or whatever it is we're doing to try and help people get through Veganuary. But like I said to Charlotte before, we already have a huge amount of really good, accessible, cheap, easy recipes and some great shopping vlogs already existing. You just gotta go search.
Kelly says,
and don't forget those drag queens either and their recipes.
Paul and Jason, are those vitamins the big capsules I need easy to swallow?
The complete B is quite big. Well, it's not really. They're this big. Just little yellow pills. So they're reasonably easy to get down, and the multivitamin is much the same but darker, and smaller. Titchy. Could always break them in half. We have them with our breakfast. And I'll be honest as well, because we both get a bit down in winter. We're both on St John's Wort at the moment. We usually have it for at least 2 months in the winter, just to kind of pick us up. But otherwise, we both get really down, don't we?
It's a kind of seasonal affectiveness disorder, dark nights, bad weather, lack of sunshine. I think a lot of people will recognise that, and probably a lot of people are similar in that respect. Double deckers, I made the roasted vegetable wrap with sugar-free peanut butter and homemade chili sauce. Was very good. Also nice cold.
Ooh, nice one, double decker. I've never tried them cold. But one thing, because we watch a lot of Brian Arms. I don't know if any of you have seen him. He's like a chili sauce guy on YouTube. He's really nice. He's a skater and he tastes a lot of chili sauces. And I've started thinking about making my own. Oh, she's here.
Hello.
I've started thinking about making my own chili sauce now. Because I've got a NutriBullet right there. So I can, you know. So I think I'm going to have a bash at making my own chili sauces.
Do it.
At some point.
Yeah.
Soon.
Fat Angry Vegan. Watched your video before, by the way, dude. Fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for the shout out. One. And it's really nice that you are doing well on the journey. Not surprised that you was aching for a good long while after the first workout. But yeah,
my boobs are killing me right now because of press ups.
But yeah,
boobs.
In terms of content, I think we're inspired by others. We're also both quite creative souls. So between us and obviously people's suggestions and ideas, and as finances permit, we are not short for content anytime in the near future. That's for sure.
Yeah, I think if you have an objective, like we have an objective, to promote down-to-earth veganism as far and wide as we possibly can. And so that means that we get to eat a lot of alternatives, which I quite like, and talk about how good they are. But of course, we've both got an entertainment background: actor, drag queen, singer, actor, musician, singer. So we've got this whole kind of, you know, but that's us. And so then what we don't do is we don't measure ourselves against anyone else.
Oh, Jake, bless you. Thank you so much for the super chat. Really appreciated. Really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Jake.
I'm struggling keeping up with everyone here. There's so much chat going on. 47 watching.
Well, that's good.
35 likes. Give us a like if you're enjoying the content. It would mean a lot. It helps us out on YouTube with all the AI and the algorithms and all that malarkey, you know. Also, I should point out, because the chat's thick and fast, thank you moderators, massively appreciated. And also, if we do miss a question, please don't be offended and please feel free to ask again. But I'm noticing there's lots of chat going on and lots of people helping each other as well, which is brilliant.
It always is.
Yeah, really nice to see.
That's this channel for you. It's a great channel.
Charlotte said she checked our Sainsbury's video before she went to Sainsbury's today. So yeah, I'm glad it helped.
There should be a couple of them though.
Yeah,
Charlotte, there's probably a couple of them. There'll be our top 10 items, and then there'll be our basic shop that we do about once a month, sometimes once a fortnight. Look here and say hi to everybody, Isis.
Hello, say hello.
Hello, pretty good.
Hello. No.
No kisses for
a
me.
second. There we go.
How are you?
Ah.
How are you, Pruttle?
There you go, see?
Are you okay?
Get to be on camera for a second. Do you want to come back down?
Bye.
Bye.
Lovely.
Oh. Distraction. Oh. Cat hair. Let's see what else is going on. Double deckers follow up. Hot pepper sauce, 1 cup chilies, tomatoes, sugar, white wine vinegar.
Do you cook it?
Processed with a blender.
Right, so see now I didn't think about cooking it. I thought about just kind of I knew to use a vinegar, a sugar, and chilies as the kind of core ingredients, but I didn't think that you would have to cook that first. So that's a tip. So what do? Blitz it into not a paste, but a chunky sauce, and then cook it. Then wait for it to cool and bottle it. Is that what you do?
Thanks for joining us, Alyssa. Best move I ever made was to be vegan. I'm 32 and only been vegan a year. I wish I knew more about the industries when I was younger.
I think we all do, Alyssa. I think it's very well hidden from us, and it's also kind of drummed into our heads that we used to have leg of lamb for Sunday lunch every Sunday when I lived with my parents. Way over, 35 years ago. And I never once acknowledged that leg of lamb was leg of lamb. Do you get me?
I totally get you.
It was just so we're so conditioned by the meat and dairy industry that it's all so normal, and you need milk for good strong bones and meat. And is it Dr. Neil Barnard in America that said, if you think beef is real good food for real men, you better live real close to a real good hospital?
Yeah, I like that. Fat Angry Vegan has made a very good point, which I wasn't really aware of. Took me a second to figure out how to like the video since I came in live. It might be best if you let the viewers know they have to click the little X to go out of the chat and then click like. Thank you for that. Appreciated. Yes.
Oh yeah, if somebody's needing advice. Oh hi Hench. Happy New Year, dude. Just been talking about you and your book.
Oh yeah,
which we're doing a recipe from soon.
Hope you have both had an awesome one. Hope everyone's had an awesome one.
But we haven't decided which recipe yet.
No, but one is coming very soon. That is for sure, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Another follow-up for Deckers, blend after cooking for that recipe, but I reckon you could experiment. The nice thing is you can use less sugar if you want. I find many commercial things are too sweet these days.
Well, the lady that I just saw making the dressing with hemp seeds and oats, which I thought was fabulous, and white wine vinegar, to sweeten it, she used raisins because they're a whole food.
Of course.
Which I thought was fabulous. So I'm dying to try that as a kind of salad dressing recipe. It sounds great. Simnett Nutrition's got a load of dressing recipes as well.
Yeah, he's got some great belters, hasn't
he? Yeah.
Quick and simple, really easy to do.
It's going all pixel arted, isn't it?
It's probably just the connection, or it's Virgin Media or whatever. Charlotte just said about takeaways. So Charlotte, some of you may not be aware, Charlotte has joined the Vegan Queens on a couple of videos and is a good friend of ours and designed our logo. She's fabulous. Charlotte, in terms of the short answer to your question, we just don't do takeaways anymore. We just don't do them because we don't trust any takeaways local to us. And I'm sure there are some amazing takeaways out there, but...
And besides, I do have a takeaway story, and I've told it before, but I should tell it again. We had a Chinese one night as vegans with a friend of ours, and he said, you do realise that you can get all of this stuff from Wing Yip, don't you? All the stuff you bought. We paid about 25 quid for a takeaway for 3 of us. And I went to Wing Yip a couple of weeks later and spent about 25 quid and got enough stuff to do 5 takeaway meals over 5 weeks. So from that point, very, very occasionally, if we've had a late show somewhere, we've done a Pride or something, and we're driving back at 10:30 at night, we will very occasionally say, let's get a bag of chips and just have a chip butty. I am not one of those vegans who is that bothered about anything else having been fried in the oil, as long as I can't smell it or taste it.
To be honest, I'm usually the one that goes in the chippy, and I usually ask them, and I'm pleasantly surprised and pleased to say most of them these days now are using separate fryers. I think people are just cottoning on, and it's so heartwarming. to see so many businesses, even small little independent places like Chippy's, and really making the effort. But I guess this makes business sense.
Limby, do you think vegans should take omega supplements? I think you can do it through food. Let me show you.
Yeah, just while shabbing that, Paul, and we haven't tried the new steak bake from Greg's yet, but I'm sure we'll get round to it at some point. I've heard very good things, not surprisingly.
So these, which I bought from the Amazon, are actually a really gorgeous addition to salads, and I'm now going to use these to make the dressing that I mentioned before that I saw. Plant-based kitchen, the lady's called, and but I mean I could tell you it now. She used 3 tablespoons of this, 2 tablespoons of white wine vinegar, 2 tablespoons of raisins, a 1/4 cup of oats, and then I think it was just some soy milk.
Yeah.
So I mean, these are packed with omegas. Your hemp seeds, and I should imagine, like I said though, Hench, I mentioned you before, it's probably gone now. He's your guy. Hench, Simnett Nutrition and Gorgie Man are the nutrition dudes who can give you great information. We can tell you what tastes good and what's cheap.
Thank you to Bobby and Hedge Rider for explaining to Graven what a chippy is. Yes, it's a place that sells fries and other such things. Pies and fries.
And pies and peas and curry sauce.
All sorts. And if you're up in Scotland, sometimes deep fried chocolate bars.
Yeah, hemp seeds. I mean, they weren't cheap for that bag.
And dare you? How dare you?
Yeah, they're not cheap for that bag, but the bag is packed solid, and I've been throwing handfuls on our salads, and it doesn't seem to be going down.
No.
So, you know.
Hi, Salford Guy, by the way, thanks for joining us. And if we've missed anyone else, because there's people kind of join here and there, trying to keep up with it all.
People popping up all over the place.
Nikki Rivenine, The Independent, has put out a vid on the steak bake and they loved it. Oh, I did see something about that before. So thank you for mentioning that, Nikki. Gaz Oakley is good on nutrition. Yeah, absolutely. Gaz puts out some great content.
I've never heard him talk about nutrition. I've only seen him do recipes.
He does good food, but he does talk about the nutritional stuff in some of his videos. Yeah,
still my 3 are Gorgie, Hench and Simnett.
Yeah, they're our favourites, aren't they?
Well, and they've all actually studied.
Yes.
Nutrition.
Which does help, of course.
Neither of us have.
I have.
We've studied.
I've got a level 3 in nutrition.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I spent 15 years in the NHS.
Well,
I've got a level 3.
I've got a health trainer qualification.
Throwing me under the bus here.
But that's a very basic nutrition.
But it's still an official qualification, and it gives you a good grounding in all the key areas of health.
I suppose so, really.
Don't sell yourself short.
Not that I put them into practice with myself, of course, but I will be. Or I'm kicking my own ass this year because it's going flabby. Not having that.
Yeah.
The panty girdle won't fit.
There's a lot of controversy around. Hence, says you guys have impeccable taste. There's a lot of controversy around a lot of the stuff that the major chains are kind of jumping on the vegan bandwagon because they obviously recognise it as a business opportunity. But what we have noticed, and I don't want to be too critical on this, what we have noticed, I think, over the last 12 to 18 months is there's been a real push to develop vegan options for people.
Yeah. But
there seems to be a little bit of a lack of training for some of the staff in actually understanding what
vegan is,
what they need to be doing. And that's surprising, really, because really it would come under cross-contamination and things like nut allergies and dairy allergies. So you'd think they'd be like tip-top on that, but there's been some pretty horrific stories in the media from quite a lot of different places. But like anything, I suppose it's just they will get better at it and improve, and I hope they do. You know,
yeah,
definitely. Without a doubt.
There's a lot of stuff coming out now, isn't there? It's apparently Linda McCartney's bringing out a bucket of chicken.
Really?
Yes, there's pictures all over Facebook of it, like as if it's a takeaway bucket of chicken that you.
Wow.
I know.
That's amazing.
And a few other things as well that I noticed. But what we mustn't all do is fall into that junk food trap, because vegan junk food is just like carny junk food, nutritionally speaking. Okay, it's cruelty free, and it no animals have been harmed in the process. Is it great for us to have it all the time? Absolutely not. It's like everything else. Everything should be done in moderation, which is why we're going to be switching up our kind of eating. Besides which, really randomly, it's like Kelly. If nobody's following Kelly on Instagram, by the way, she does some awesome meal and shopping posts. Kelly's Simple Life _ under each word.
Yes.
Kelly's _ simple _ life. She put 2 pictures on Instagram tonight, and it was the first one, which was all fruits and vegetables. That was like, oh my God, that looks good.
Yeah.
The things I could do with that lot. It's really weird. It is.
Absolutely.
We're
just as inspired by people as people say that they're inspired by a lot of the stuff that we do. So it's totally reciprocal. And it's a really nice thing. As we say before, this is a wonderful growing community, and we're loving every second of it. Alyssa, I'm not surprised that you got some grief in terms of raising your child vegan, but good on you, absolutely good on you, because it totally can be done in this day and age.
People have been convinced for so long now. Why? Heaven knows. I mean, the most natural milk in the world is, of course, vegan, because it's from your booby. But so why then formulas are based on cow's milk? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
or made with dairy. It's all very, very strange. It's very strange, and I don't like it at all.
Yes. Good on you, Alyssa. Yeah. Few app recommendations. Some are free, some have got a price, cost attached to them.
Oh yeah, well, speaking of apps and things, there's one called Is It Vegan as well that you can download from the Play Store, which is really good. And it's got a barcode scanner on it, so that if you're in a supermarket, it doesn't always work. Sometimes the products aren't listed, particularly when it comes to wine, so forget using it for wine. But for actual food products, it's pretty good. You can just scan the barcode and it will tell you whether the product is vegan or not. I bought it ages ago. I think it was like $2.99 to buy the Pro version. So I did that. Happy Cow is yet another great app. Barnivore is a great resource. All of these things we mentioned in our first Veganuary video, which we uploaded. When did we upload the first Veganuary video? New Year's Eve.
Yeah, New Year's Eve, yeah.
New Year's Eve. So check that one out. And then New Year's Day, we did a little live video whilst I was cooking dinner. And I just ended up pulling loads of stuff out of the fridge saying, look at this, look at that. Bacon, sausages.
I don't know if you've said hello yet or not, but hello, Leanne. Thank you for joining us. If we've said hello already,
we have.
I've got monkey brain.
Right near the beginning of the video that she'd been to Tesco's and was very disappointed because.
Oh, was that Leanne? Yeah. Right. Sorry. Okay. John, if you guys never offered me anything else, introducing me to the caramelized onion gravy was enough.
It's good, that stuff. Isn't it? It really is good stuff. Great for chucking in sauces as well.
Dion, yeah, caterers are definitely getting better. There's still a few out there that need to learn a lesson or two, but...
Hi, Jake says, is being vegan expensive? It all depends on what you buy, really, Jake. It can be incredibly expensive if you go for all the top of the range products. But there's a whole range out there of very good, very affordable tasty vegan foods. Example, Sainsbury's do their own bag of soya mince, which you can use for shepherd's pies or pies, pasties, you know, curries, whatever, pasta sauces. And it's £1.50 for, I think it's 400 grams. £1.50. So, you know, and then you can also get a bag of vegan frozen meatballs from Sainsbury's. 20 meatballs in a bag for £1.50. So it's as expensive as you want it to be, you know, and a lot of people do think it's expensive because they want all the kind of, oh, well, I want that thing that costs £5. Well, that's your choice, isn't it? But it doesn't have to be at all.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, Fat Angry Vegan saw the Vegan Zombies Michelle Obama cookies the other day. Actually, looks pretty straightforward. I think he put a bit too much chocolate in, but I guess that's personal taste. And Kirsten, thank you for the kind words. Second day of veganism for me, and I'm loving it.
Oh, nice one, Kirsten.
Brilliant stuff.
Well
Absolutely
done.
Brilliant. Kelly?
Can you disclose any upcoming recipe videos you're planning doing this month? This month will definitely be my 12 veg stew. I got a nice reminder of it the night of one of our subscribers. You know who you are. He said, you haven't done that veg stew yet you've been mentioning. And I was like, oh no, I haven't, because usually we do that in much colder weather, don't we?
Dare I say we've had a mildish winter so far?
Well, we kind of have, but that will be over the next couple of weeks for sure. And I'm going to be having a bash at making some of these sauces and tinkering with them as well to, you know, use for salads and vegetables and whole food based things.
Yeah.
To just kind of, you know, spice them up a little bit.
Alyssa said, are you guys on LinkedIn? We're not, are we? I think that's the one we're not on.
Not us, those vegan guys.
No.
Apparently, Morrison's, just reading Denise there saying bougie ice cream costs a fortune. Apparently, Morrison's are doing one. Vanilla. 80p a tub.
Wow.
And a lot of people have said it tastes like custard.
Ooh, custard ice cream.
But apparently they do a strawberry one as well, and people are raving about that, saying that's the one to get.
Right.
So, like we said before, there are cheap and expensive versions of everything, aren't there? So there are always going to be those products that are more expensive. What is it? The Beyond sausages or whatever that's like
£5.50 or something, yeah.
Yeah, where you can get Linda McCartney's quarter pounders for £2.
Yeah.
You know, so it's all about what you buy.
Bobby has said it there. I'm unemployed. I've been vegan for 4 years, so it is affordable. It can be affordable. Yes, I do fresh fruit veg with some alternatives. Like any shopping you plan, that's all. Not much.
Yeah. It's, if you plan it right, it can be no more expensive than a meat-based diet. No more expensive. So much better for you. So much better for the planet. And as became ever more blindingly obvious today, not like it wasn't already, so much better for the animals.
Yeah. Barb B says, tonight I'm making my quick chili.
Ooh.
And Double Deckers has asked, do you grow any veg? We don't.
No, but that's only because we rent. And so I know that we could do...
Is that a super chat? The WWE fan. Thank you for the super chat.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Tutti Frutti, discovered you both yesterday. Love your videos, especially Supermarket Ones. Both seem like such lovely people. Don't let looks deceive you.
Thank you.
We're horrible.
Thank you.
Look. I know that we could probably grow things in movable pots.
Yes.
Like bits and pieces. What we do grow all throughout the summer is fresh herbs. Because I use a lot of them.
Kelly says, Paul, I saw Morrison's vegan ice cream today in 3 flavours, strawberry, vanilla and chocolate. It was 80p a tub.
Yes, yeah.
If my freezer wasn't full, I'd have stocked up.
Well, apparently the strawberry one's gorgeous. So, I mean, it's worth buying all of that. But thank you very much, the WWE fan.
That's fabulous.
That's 2 little super chats.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We used to be WWE fans, and then we got into UFC, and now we hate UFC. And I want to start watching WWE again. I think.
I don't hate UFC.
Sorry, too strong a word.
I will always have great admiration for some of the fighters in UFC.
Yeah.
But I hate how Dana White gets obsessed with certain people.
Poster boys.
Whether they're bad or not.
Yes. But thank you to all for the super chats. Graven, did you say it's 75 where you are at the moment? Oh, to live in a warm country. We got
the WWE fan. We got very disheartened with Dana White's obsession with what's he called? Irish boy.
Oh,
Conor McGregor.
Yeah, Conor. Yeah.
Especially when he did all that shit with throwing the bloody railings through the coach, and yet no reprimand, and yet what the brothers called?
Oh, the Diaz brothers.
One of them got suspended for smoking weed. Smoking weed, endangering people's lives by throwing metal at them. Suspend this one, let this one do. I was just like, you know what, Dana?
Anywho.
Yeah.
Bobby, I'm a little high on 2 sweet chili sauce, or is there a dancing pair on the super chat?
There is a dancing pair on the super chat. Yeah.
Nikki Rivanine, I love gardening. Every seed I come across, I have to sling in a pot of soil. Bless you. Good for you. I think some people are naturally green-fingered. My auntie is amazing. She's got a fabulous garden, grows veg and all sorts, and has done for years.
Well, I'm keeping my eye on Hedge Rider. Because her channel Brain Girl,
oh yeah,
do check that out by the way. She does a lot of stuff in the garden, and I'm going to be like watching what she does in the spring and the summer, and what she plants and where and when, because it might be worth doing some little things in pots.
Yeah,
if we can.
I've said before, I've got to grow chilies.
Really deep pots, can't you? Like kind of
troughs almost.
Yeah,
definitely. I'm with you, John. Can't beat Big Daddy and giant haystacks. That's my era. Showing our age now
there. Double deckers, there are, I think, some allotments near us. There's the Failsworth Growing Hub.
Yeah, and there's allotments off Ashton Road as well.
Is there?
Yeah, at the back of Ashton Road, like going on to Fitting Hill. I don't know. It's more about a waiting list, isn't it? It's waiting lists with allotments. I think you've got to. Sometimes you have to wait for somebody to pass away just to get a plot, and that's not meant to sound awful. That's just the truth of it. A lot of the time, they are very prized.
Well, we'd like to know for sure about growing things in pots.
Take care, Graven. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, thank you, Graven. Take care of yourself. Lots of love to you and yours, and Happy New Year.
Indeed. Yeah. Decker says there's no waiting list in some areas though. Yeah, so it's always worth checking out. Definitely worth checking out. I think if you want to take on that type of commitment, we've got friends who do have an allotment, and there is a lot of work. The payoff is quite good. They've had some amazing hauls off their allotment, but it does take quite a bit of work to put in to obviously reap the harvests.
Yeah, we're talking about Caney, and they've got, well, this is their second, isn't it? They had one originally, and then they moved to Yelvertoft, and we got this other one now. But I know that there are at least a couple of months in the summer when they get so much. Yeah. And if we go down, we get a load to bring back with us of stuff. Can't remember what we got last year, but we got a load of stuff. We had a lot.
We did, didn't we? Yeah, we always get bits. Lelfar is popping off. One of my piggies needs his meds, so I must shuffle off. Love to you all, and I hope you are okay after today, Paul.
I'm fine, thank you, darling.
Bless you. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks, Lelfar. See you soon.
Happy New Year. And Happy New Decade, everyone, as Bobby says. Absolutely. Is anyone else a bit disappointed with 2020? Not in terms of how the year started, but just in terms of the fact that when I was a kid, I thought 2020 was going to be epic. Like, I thought it was going to be like hoverboards and the moon would already be colonized. You know, easy space travel. Well, never mind.
Yeah, if you have a blender, you can make amazing ice cream using frozen bananas. Oh, I've done that.
Ice cream?
Yeah, the last time we did a family recipe video, when all the family comes down for a meal and I do a 3-course vegan meal for 6 of us. Because of Jay's dad's restricted diet, because he's had kidney issues, kidney stones. I did him some ice cream, didn't I? But I just did it with frozen bananas and frozen berries. So it was a deep berry ice cream. He loved it.
It was gorgeous.
Yeah, knocked it all back. We've made chocolate ice cream before many times, haven't we? With frozen bananas. I've got a big pile of frozen bananas in there now. And I tell you why I've not done it for ages, because my blender, my proper blender, I had a blender that was one side a blender and on one side a food processor, and it was amazing. Made this amazing coriander pesto in it, and it broke. I'd had it 7 years and it broke, and I'm waiting to get a new one because the NutriBullet is not quite big enough.
No, and it's great, but I think the NutriBullet even has struggles with certain things, doesn't it? Just in terms of the motor.
The phlegm face, late to the party, lads. Phlegm face.
Charlotte said before we'd all be in Starfleet, by the way.
What?
When I'm talking about 2020 being a disappointment, technologically
I know.
speaking. We'd be in Starfleet. Definitely. Yeah, the Vulcans wouldn't take us, so it'd have to be Starfleet. Yeah, the Vulcans they wouldn't stand for our nonsense. Yeah. I'm just laughing at Fat Angry Vegan. I'm just going to scroll back up to make sure we've not missed anything. Just a little bit. Yeah, Dion. Yeah, we've commented on that. Absolutely. You've got to be smart as a vegan. Oh, nice, Ash. Yeah. Loving the time capsule thing. That's great.
Vlog it, like Kelly's just said. Vlog that.
I don't think we've missed too much.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, good. Oh, Francie. Hi, Francie. Do you like tofu? Do you make tofu scramble?
I do make tofu scramble. In fact, there is a recipe video by the Vegan Queens, which it's 3 recipes: tofu scramble, tofu egg mayo with some leftover scramble, and full English breakfast in a puff pastry wrap using tofu scramble and sausages and bacon and beans and mushrooms and da-da-da. Yeah, they did a three-prong episode for those Vegan Queens, didn't they?
Yeah, absolutely epic.
Love tofu scramble.
Tofu's been a bit of a revelation over the last year or two, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I used to be a big egg lover before we went vegan. Ate loads of eggs. Scrambled egg was one of my absolute favourites. So finding out a way to make tofu scramble taste like scrambled egg used to taste like was a revelation to me. I like my tofu scramble quite wet though, because it's how I used to have my scrambled eggs. I know a lot of people. I like it dry. It's got other things with it, like red and green pepper mixed in with it.
Yeah.
If I'm just having it, like something on toast, maybe, or as part of a full breakfast meal, and I don't fancy peppers or I haven't got any in, I'll do a kind of wet version. That sounds really awful, doesn't it?
No. Written. You know what? You're absolutely right. Let's give ourselves a break. No hoverboards, but we did make electric cars work.
We did.
We've got multiple tech companies developing plant-based meats, and Karen
is more famous
than ever because of the internet.
Exactly.
Very true.
That's why we keep ignoring it.
But just to go back to Charlotte's comment before as well, no, it doesn't count.
What?
The hoverboard that uses water. They brought another one out, but you need to run it on a metal surface, which kind of defeats the whole point. Anyway, I'm sorry I even brought it up. I will get off it. It's just that as a kid, I dreamed of one.
You were determined.
And I'm still determined to ride a hoverboard whilst I'm still able-bodied to do so. So Elon, SpaceX, NASA, anyone
Get
out
it
there,
together.
help me out, please. But yeah, written, very true. Thank you for pointing that out. Appreciate
Come
that.
together right now and make a hoverboard.
Kat says, I'm looking forward to that 12-veg stew. Back to work next Monday after Xmas break and my work trousers are tight. It will be for a few weeks. Damn all those Xmas vegan food choices.
Hasn't it been great though? It's good to stuff your face over Christmas and have a good time and just, you know, enjoy your food and let your hair down a bit. And besides, a little bit of fat throughout the winter does us all the world of good because we don't get so cold. However, now, as we start edging ever towards the warmer weather, if we all start working on it together, put bikinis on by June.
True that. True. Imran. Hey, you guys! Sorry, but I was having quite a civil chat with some numpty on Twitter who's against animal cruelty but loves meat. Sounds right up your street, that, Imran. I hope you was polite and respectful, as always.
Caroline, if you like the I Want to F You t-shirt, that's not part of our merch range, but it is sold by Vegan Original, the company who do our merch. If you look under the description, in the description of any of our videos, you'll see our merch link, and then directly underneath our affiliate link with Vegan Original. So if you want that t-shirt and you'd like to give us a few pennies in the process, use our affiliate link to buy anything from Vegan Original that's not our merch.
Yes. Good shout, mister. Good shout.
Not true, Paul. I'm fat and still feel cold. Andrew, what you like? I know I saw it's been even worse for us this year because usually we would have had a week long. Oh, thank you, John.
Bless you, John.
Do you know what the terrifying thing is? Yes.
Totally.
Absolutely, it will do.
Can we get 4 frocks and maybe a nice pair of second-hand cords for me?
Yeah.
Is that all right?
Yeah. From Pound Rail.
Yeah, from the Pound Rail.
John.
Bless you, John.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Always appreciated.
I love this picture of John. It reminds me of somebody from the 80s and I can't think who it is, but it's only because it's from a distance and he's got a moustache.
Yeah. Nice.
Like Dan Tanner with a moustache.
Fat Angry Vegan, that's quite a prolific but very, very true statement. I thought we'd have flying cars by now, but we have scientists still trying to convince people the Earth is round.
Right.
Right? Yeah. So true. Oh, we've been having iced lollies, Charlotte, in the dead of winter. 10 iced lollies from Sainsbury's for £1. Fruity iced lollies are right nice.
Yeah. Those Solero peach lollies that were on sale in Tesco, they were gorgeous, weren't
Yeah, they really were.
Such a beautiful lolly. Really, really nice. Oh, this chat is really moving fast tonight, isn't it?
Denise, thank you for joining us. Thank you. Have a good evening.
Good night, Denise. Thanks for coming along, lovely. Tom.
He's talking to Imran.
Ah.
Fancy, I love vegan chili. Yeah.
Francie, do you make your vegan chili with soya mince, or is it more lentil or bean based? I did one not too long back. I don't think I had quite enough chili powder though, because it didn't have, mind you, we are heat freaks. Remember that chili I did? And I put red kidney beans and chickpeas in it, only because I had a frozen pack of them mixed from Iceland, which was like a curry pack, and I put them in the chili.
Yeah.
And I was like, meh, it doesn't really work with the chickpeas, but I did use soya mince as well. It was all right. It was okay.
I'm just, there's a little bit of a chat going on with Imran. Somebody mentioned before about the hypocrisy of it all, with what Tom had mentioned, and then Imran about the guy on Twitter, a neighbour who is, totally against hunting, constantly posts online about how cruel it is, but the rest of her posts are pics of food, mainly bacon sandwiches and steaks. Now, here's a question I've got for you, and the reason this is in my mind, I'll try not to go around the houses with this one because I know I often do.
Hunt Sab, by the way.
Hunt Sab, yeah. Do we think that people are disconnected from animals in general? Because particularly as adults, but even so as kids now in a lot of areas, particularly in the UK, we just don't get to spend time around them. And the reason I mention this is because I'm going back a good few months. A neighbour of ours actually has a pig as a pet. And I randomly met it and gave it a little hug and a bit of a fuss and just had adult interaction, engagement with a pig. So do you think we just, as adults, we need to be more engaged with animals and have opportunities to meet them and spend time with them and fuss them like we do with cats and dogs? Because there's really no different. They all love affection. They all love a scratch behind the ear and a rub on the face and cuddles. So yeah, maybe we need more of that. We need more opportunities for adults to, more sanctuaries, places.
There's
like
a conversation going on here about Brussels sprouts.
I saw that Charlotte said something about how she loves Brussels sprouts.
And Miss Moore's making some at the moment.
Should I scroll down a bit?
Sesame maple. I do two kinds of sprouts. I do blackened, where you put them in a roasting tray with a little bit of oil, roll them so they're all covered, roast them until dark brown, almost black, crispy on the outside, soft, sweet, pure in the middle. But I also love them just steamed with chestnuts and sage butter. Beautiful. And they're one of the ingredients of my 12 veg stew. Sprouts. They had a nice bitter because there's a lot of sweet veg in there, and so having the sprouts in there and that bitter edge really helps to kind of round the flavour off. You
cook sprouts brilliantly though. I wasn't a massive fan of sprouts until Paul started cooking them, and they, when I met Paul, obviously, and they're amazing. Just had to scroll back up. Miss Mo's Vegan Kitchen, hints for chili, hunk of dark chocolate, spoonful of peanut butter, squirt of mustard, smoked paprika, liquid smoke. Amazing. That sounds fabulous. Oh, we might have missed Ash. Ash, thank you for joining us, and good night and happy new year. All the best to you.
No, I think they're saying bye to Alyssa.
Oh, is this night out? Oh, yeah, could be. Could be.
So good night, Alyssa.
Alyssa.
And Angie. Bye, Angie. Or unless Angie was saying bye to other people. We need to keep the chat.
Yeah, I'm scrolling down now, yeah. Oh, there we are. Yeah, we're back. There we go. Thick and fast this evening.
Green beans. Long green beans? We have them quite a lot, actually. We have them. Did I not do the gnocchi?
Oh, I don't know if you
meal. You can get gnocchi for 65p at Aldi. Vegan gnocchi, and it's lovely. And if you steam it and then finish it off in a pan with a little bit of butter or oil, leave me alone. Just to get a crispy edge here and there. And then we do a tomato sauce with green beans steamed green beans. I steam them first, but we have beans quite a lot, actually, green beans, don't we? But they're not necessarily something I would necessarily do in a recipe video because we'd have them as a side,
Yeah.
But we do eat them. And fine beans as well.
I think there's going to be a few what we eat in a day videos coming up throughout Veganuary, so you never know, because they will just be genuine what we eat in a day videos.
Now, Charlotte, when I first met Stuart nearly 11 years ago, and he came to our house on Fit Hill when we lived in Vicarage, and I gave him a slice of pizza, and he claims I nearly killed him because it was spicy. Now, you can sit at this kitchen table and eat a full bowl of Samyang 2 times spicy noodles and live to tell the tale. And he has my spicy Chinese platter quite a lot. I think the more you have spice, little bits, you build up your tolerance to it. I never thought Stuart would be able to eat spice like he does now. And now he's just like, get me, God, I love it.
Imran asked, what great films have we watched over the festive period? We have actually had some really nice down-and-outs. really nice downtime over the festive period. We have managed to watch quite a few great films, a couple on Amazon and a couple on Netflix. I'm trying to think of one of the ones that was stand out for me.
Yeah, but Bobby, you have sweet chili sauce. Just because it's got a bit of sugar in it, it's still got chili in it.
True. Fair point. Yes, we have seen three billboards.
Oh, I love that.
Great film. Yeah, what have we watched? What was stand out for you over the festive break? Terrible at remembering film names.
Anna and the Apocalypse.
Oh, yeah.
First ever Christmas zombie musical I've ever seen. Loved it. Christmas zombie musical. It was brilliant. We watched quite a lot of short things, didn't we? Like we watched that Phoenix Lights 97.
Yes.
Or 93, whatever it was called on. And it was like a kind of Blair Witch, like found footage. It was really good.
Yeah, and there was one
really good.
That one we watched about Skinwalker Ranch as well. That was very good.
Yes, that's on. Was that on Netflix as well?
I think that was on Amazon.
And over Christmas as well, we've demolished the second season of Lost in Space on Netflix, which is brilliant. If you've not seen it, they've done such a good job of it. Such a good job. Great series. Brilliant cast. Brilliant story arcs. Really good. Really well worth it.
Mia makes an interesting point that links with what I was saying before. I grew up on a small holding and my parents had a wide range of animals and they all had their own unique personalities. I genuinely think that's what helped me stay vegan throughout my adult life.
Nice one.
Yeah, definitely. Double deckers, have you tried parathas, which are spicy mashed potato in pasty and fried? Can also use cauliflower. Is that the parathas?
Yeah, paratha here is bread. It's like a round, puff pastry-esque style flatbread. Because we buy them from Wingyip. But I know, yeah, sometimes they put a filling inside.
Of course. Yeah. Not watched Dracula on BBC yet. I've heard good things.
I will respectfully ask you all to not ask me about Stuart's channel. Because I'm not Stuart, and Stuart's not me, and I've gone on about him enough times and said, are you going to do this? Are you going to... And he keeps saying yes, and then he doesn't. So, you have any... you can always go and comment. Oh, you can't comment because you're not uploading anything for you to comment on. But I always say to people, if you've got anything to ask Stuart, ask Stuart. Anything to ask Jason, ask Jason. 9 out of 10 people say, Paul, will Jason, blah, blah, blah. Paul, has Stuart, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I'm not their mother. So, yeah, I'm sick of waiting for him and all.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
You can always go and stalk him on Facebook and ask him there. And maybe, I don't know, maybe a bit of peer pressure might convince him to pull his finger out and get it sorted. But there you go, anyway. Sea of Clay says, Logan's Run 1974 film with Michael York showed a society where they did not eat animals. Some movies show the future to come. So true.
Yeah, but Logan's Run, you also got killed when you were in your 30s and your jewel turned red.
Yeah, there's always a downside.
So that weren't nice. Were it Michael York? That was, I think.
Yeah, she said Michael York. Oh, yeah. Well, saying she or he.
Good film. Really good film.
Oh, Tom, thank you for joining us. We have to go now, chaps. Thanks for another great live chat. See you all soon.
See you soon, Tom.
Cheers, Tom.
Bye. I bought those purple mugs for my TV show when I was hosting Now We're Talking. I bought the purple mugs, I bought some glasses and a water jug and a fancy glittery high heel with some flowers growing out of it for the little coffee table. If you watch the old episode that's on our channel, the show that had me kicks off air, you will see I'll either have one of them cups or I'll have a glass there. But I bought them all for the show because it was just a blue settee and a white table and I was like, girl, come on. Got to dress this up a bit.
John, you can get a special herbal treatment for that.
My jokes. I said to John the other night, I said he should so be a drag queen. He's got drag queen humour.
Oh, bless you, Magenta. Thank you so much for joining us and for your kind words. And of course, Happy New Year.
Take care, Magenta. Lovely to see you. Bye-bye, my darling.
Bobby, no, we haven't. And I'm really glad you've mentioned that because we're still toying with the idea of just going with a different colour and sticking with it.
Oh, the wall, yeah.
But we've also toying with the idea of going down the green screen route. But if we go down the green screen route, there's quite a few things that we need to put in place, and I don't even know whether we've got enough space here in the kitchen to do green screen effectively. So the long-winded answer is we're still a little bit in limbo on that one. We need to do a little bit more research and have a couple more chats about that. So watch this space. I'd like to get it done soon though.
Charlotte, if Alex is ever up for being dragged up, bring him round. Tell him shave his face and bring him round.
We could both do it. Oh, that would mean you'd have to do us both then at the same time, wouldn't it?
That won't take me that long.
No?
I'm pretty fast when it comes to makeup. Other people's. There's a lot of work to do here. There's a lot of lines I have to fill these days. This was never the case a long time ago.
Francis made me want hummus and pizza now. Francie, I'm crazy about dipping vegan pizza in hummus lately. Oh, yeah. Not any hummus over Christmas.
Everybody come round for a drag makeover. We have.
Have we?
Yeah, we had a Greek meal. I looked for the Greek cheese in Sainsbury's and they didn't have any. I was dead disappointed.
Yes.
And then we had the Greek meal and you said you didn't need it.
I didn't miss it.
No.
Yeah, true.
But
was that the run up to Christmas?
We weren't keen on those Good Life falafel. They're a bit dry.
Yeah, they're not the best.
They're all right.
Charlotte says he's just shaved it recently. Okie dokie. Well, there you go. The offer is there, Charlotte.
Do you ever make your own hummus, Francie? I've done it a couple of times. That's yet another thing that I need a food processor for, and I want to get back into, because if I'm going to start making my pestos and salad dressings and hummus and all of these things, I'm going to need to get another. And I'd rather get that old. I used to have a Kenwood, and it was a jug blender on one side and a food processor on the other. This is like a Kenwood 90210 or something. It was it was amazing. I would really like another one of them.
Charlotte reckons Alex will be well up for it. He was strutting around when they did the Freddie Mercury thing a while back. And she says my 3-year-olds eat it with their hands straight out the tub. Not surprising, really. Hedge Rider, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, love Moroccan hummus, Michael. Love it. That's a little bit of spice on top, and the one that we get has a couple of chickpeas on top as well. Lovely.
Yeah,
lovely
beautiful stuff. Absolutely. Thank you, Charlotte.
Right, does anybody have any remaining questions before we get off and settle down for the evening, my loves?
Yes, because we've still got a couple of episodes of Daybreak to watch, haven't we? That's the other thing we're watching at the moment.
Oh yeah, that's it. That's a comedy, teen, zombie, apocalypse.
I didn't think I was going to like it,
but
but
it's really
it's
good.
Yeah.
Whereas,
I like
I'm sorry, whoever it was that recommended The Witcher, we watched one episode and I've never gone back. I really don't want to go back.
Oh, Mia.
Thank you, Mia.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bless you.
Oh, and we will.
Thank you.
Trust us, we're both addicted to making vlogs now.
I would just like to say,
nowhere.
with regards to The Witcher, I loved the first episode, and I don't think it's fair to watch one episode of something and then decide that you don't want to carry on watching it. You have to watch at least 3.
The zombie Christmas thing is called Anna and the Apocalypse. Was it on Amazon or
Netflix?
Oh, Netflix. Brilliant. So worth it. So I loved the songs. The songs were great. Like, really good.
Oh no, John's just said Daybreak's cancelled in case you didn't know. Oh, well, at least we'll get to watch the first series and then we know.
Do they conclude the first season well, though?
Yeah, because we're only, we're 3 episodes in? So we could always just not bother watching the rest of it if it's not concluded and it's
Do you all have hominy over there? What's hominy, Barb? Hominy. Hominy is what is that? I've got no idea what that is, honey.
Dion, totally agree. Everyone knows.
Oh, Angie, you and my mum would get along well. She loves all those CSIs and Bones. Crackers for
him. Francie. If we could vote, Francie, which we can't, who would you be voting for or against for US president?
Bernie Sanders.
Sanders.
Not two ways. Well, I think Bernie Sanders. I think having seen clips of him all throughout his career saying the same things, he's much like what Corbyn was to me over here. He's a good man with good morals, who's always stood his ground and who wants what's best for the country he lives in and loves.
Yeah, definitely. I'm just waiting to see.
Yeah, Charlotte, honestly, it's so worth watching the Anna and the Apocalypse. I think you'll love it. It's kind of High School Musical meets Buffy the Vampire Slayer meets Dawn of the Dead meets... What was that musical called, that modern one that they did with Ryan...
Reynolds? No?
One of the Ryans.
Oh.
You know the modern musical that was made not too long
Oh, it was Ryan Phillippe, wasn't it? No, not Ryan Phillippe, but it's, yeah, I know what you mean. But yeah, I can't remember what it was called, but a bit of that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really
it's great. Really good. Yeah, I loved it. And again, another one that surprised me. And it's English as well.
Hominy is used in a lot of Mexican dishes, like pozole. No, I've never. We have harissa.
Well, thank you for that, Barb. Pozole.
Yeah, it was filmed in Scotland. Do up, no such thing as a Hollywood ending. Do up, no such thing as a Hollywood ending. That's one of the songs from Anna and the Apocalypse.
We're not getting paid to promote them, by the way. We just love it.
It's just really good. Oh, bye, Kat. Thank you so much for joining. Is it Kat that's leaving?
Night, Kat.
I get very confused.
Yeah, night, Kat. We can trust our moderators.
Yes. Night, Kat. Thank you so much for joining us.
Happy New Year. Imran Khan, we came so close, Jezza and Bernie, transatlantic socialists.
Sure. I mentioned it because I'm Scottish, left's kilt.
So true, Imran. So very, very true. Who knows?
Do you know, I do it sometimes when I'm talking to someone who doesn't know anything about what we do, and I say, oh, we have a YouTube channel, and they'll say, oh, what's it called? And it's automatic. Those vegan guys. Thank you.
Oh, that's nice, Bobby.
Oh, bye, Roxanne. Enjoy your dinner, my love.
Take care.
Nice of you to join us. Right, we're slowly bringing this to a close now, so jump in with your final questions if anybody has any.
Yeah, it's been an hour and 20.
And if they don't, we will get off. I'm going to look up hominy because I'm still. I know you've said it's a Mexican thing, but I still need to know
more info.
What it is.
Yes.
I have no idea.
Bobby, those crewman guys.
Good night, Tutti Frutti. Take care. Thank you for joining us. Oh, I love Brian.
Never been.
I need to go back. We said we need to go.
We do Brighton this year.
Yeah.
Let's do Brighton this year.
You
there
need
you go.
to go and I need to go back.
Decided. We're doing Brighton this year.
Do you like vegan frozen chicken nuggets? Yes. Yes. Now and again we have them for tea where we'll just have vegan nuggets and like a tomato sauce.
Yeah.
Or I'll do a mix of vegan mayo, ketchup and mustard. You know, mix it up a bit.
Take care, Barb. Thank you for joining us. Bless you.
Thank you very much, everyone. Yeah.
Peace and love in the new year, absolutely. As we've said in a few videos, let's really look out for each other in 2020 because I think there's going to be times when we really need it. And this is such an awesome community, and it's amazing and heartwarming that we all help each other out. And thank you so much for that.
And thank you for always being there for us and supporting all the work we do. We absolutely love that. Obviously, you guys drive us to carry on doing it. If you're seeing this after the fact and you need some more tips about Veganuary, your questions haven't been answered in this video, drop us a comment down there and we'll try and help in whatever way we can. But do check out our playlists, our recipes and our shopping, because we've got some great stuff in there. And check out the 2 previous videos. Sorry, not the one before this one. That was the pig save. If you want to watch that one, do. Be warned. Might upset you. The 2 before that were our first 2 Veganuary ones. One uploaded on New Year's Eve, one uploaded done live on New Year's Day. A lot of helpful content in both. And if you are doing Veganuary, thank you so much. Really hope it sticks with you. It's so important for you, for the animals and the planet.
Absolutely.
Thank you all so much, everybody, for joining us. Couldn't love more if we tried. Love you, mister.
Love you.
Love you guys. Be excellent to yourselves and each other.
It's the best I could do under the circumstances.
Ask around here now. Stop it.
Oh, I was going to do it on here, of course.
So bye. Bye.